Hello, everyone. Well, it's kind of a bit, we're just sitting in chairs because this video is going to be a bit different. We're going to be talking about a passion that I've kind of always had, and just talking about the NHL. And the Colorado Avalanche just won their third Stanley Cup since '01, yeah.
Yeah.
And
actually,
we just decided to give our take about it a bit. So.
Yeah. Okay, so the first player we're going to talk about is Gabriel Landeskog.
Captain.
Yes. I'm actually wearing his jersey. Funny thing, he kind of knows our dad.
He should have shouted out his old mentor and gym teacher, Mr. Meyer.
And so we were able to get a signed jersey from him, so I have it on right now. And, so that he's kind of probably our favorite player on the Avalanche because, we have a bit of a connection with him, so...
He's a solid contributor for the team that year. 22 points, 11 goals, just solid all-around, play.
He was the captain. He's kind of a physical forward. He kind of does everything.
Power forward.
Yeah, power forward. He does a bit of everything, so he's just, a really good all-around player. One of the key parts of the Avalanche winning.
Next one we'll do is Cale Makar, star defenseman, early 20s.
Yeah, he's 23, and he's already one of, if not the best defenseman in the NHL. He won the Norris Trophy this year as the best defenseman, and now he's also won the Conn Smythe as playoff MVP. So he's got a lot of trophies
year
now.
In general.
Yeah.
29 points, 21 assists. He's insane throughout just the whole playoffs in general.
Yeah,
he deserved that MVP. And
yeah, I would say that was a good pick for the playoff MVP. There are some other deserving candidates, but I think Makar in the end was the right choice. I would say that. So he was essential to the Avalanche winning the Cup.
Yeah, you take Cale off that roster, they probably don't quite win it. I don't know.
No, definitely
they are
not.
still a solid team.
But they definitely would not win the Cup.
Next one we'll do is Nate MacKinnon, assistant captain for the team.
He's one of the best players in the league all around. He's usually one of the top scorers.
If he would have stayed healthy, he would have gotten 4 straight 100-point seasons maybe. But
he's generally pretty good in the playoffs as well, and he was, if it wasn't Makar, MacKinnon probably would have won the Conn Smythe.
24 points, including 13 goals, 11 assists in 20 games. He is a very good player for the Avalanche. He's pretty good, 200-foot player.
He's not great,
all
but
around. Respect for him,
he's a pretty good player all around. And
great guy.
He seems like a good guy, yeah.
Yeah. And, so that's all we got to say about him, I guess. Next we'll do is Mikko Rantanen. So...
Rantanen's kind of the top, probably the top winger on the team in terms of that position.
Right winger, at least.
He's because Landeskog is also in there. But he's usually usually the top scorer on the Avalanche in terms of points. He had 25 points this playoffs, but so still quite a few.
Good,
he's usually all around one of the best players in terms of offense, and he's a good player. I would say he's one of the better wingers in the league.
Yeah,
top 10 probably.
He's usually decent in the playoffs. He deserved the cup, and so he got one. Next is Nazem Kadri.
Yeah, this one is, for me, is particularly
painful I was once a Leafs fan,
I'm a Leafs fan, and so
too painful.
It's painful because Nazem Kadri was a Leaf, but he was traded to the Avalanche, I think, 2 years ago for, mainly for Tyson Barrie and Alexander Kerfoot. So neither of those players looking back, we're anywhere near as good as Kadri has been with the Avalanche. He had a career year this year. He almost had 90 points.
Almost had 90 points. He came back down to earth a little bit in the last couple, like in the last half of the season. Overall, he's just all around amazing this year.
The main thing with Kadri
15 playoff points.
The past, for 3 years in a row, he was suspended in the playoffs and arguably cost his team the series win in all of them. 2 of the times it was with the Leafs, which is probably why he got traded, actually. But this year he's proved everybody wrong, and he's finally contributed well in the playoffs, and he was a big reason that the Avalanche won.
Yeah, I overall don't think he's deserved at least the last 2 suspensions. It's just like
I don't know.
They have this weird, like, real unfortunate thing. Like,
they do
that they
seem
just,
to be inconsistent.
Like, and there's, like, he gets an 8-game suspension. Like that one last year.
They definitely
he
need to
could
change
have maybe
up
gotten 1 game. Like,
change up the system there.
Yeah. Anyways, that's what we gotta say. Just good year round from him. Next one we'll do is Devon Toews.
This is another example of how the Avalanche got a player in a trade for a good deal. They only paid 2 second-round picks to get Toews, which, looking back, was a very bad deal for the other teams.
Lou's just too old to be the GM now. He's just ruining his legacy and the Islanders franchise right now.
So yeah, that's another topic.
He used to just realize he's like too old almost.
But yeah.
To keep going.
Anyway.
Yeah, he was just all around solid season in the last season as well. Like, he's quite good. He had 15 points, which is quite good for the playoffs in like 19 games, and yeah, he's quite good, and also solid defensive force. Just always good out there, and seems like a good guy. I guess that's enough. Next one is goaltender Darcy Kemper. He was acquired from Arizona this past season.
He was another example of a player that they traded for. Colorado in the past years, goaltending has been a big part of why they haven't been able to get over the hump and win a cup. Kemper came in and he was solid for the Avalanche this season, and he patched up that hole that they've had for a while, and they were able to win this year with him. So
2.57 goals against average in the postseason, and yeah, it's just all around just good. Like, like, everyone overall was good in the playoffs, and yeah. Well, next we're doing Andrew Cogliano. Kind of a weird, like, outlier, but like all the players kept mentioning him. All of a sudden, it's like a big deal. Kind of like just the 4th liner.
We watched three interviews from Makar, McKinnon, and Landeskog, and they all mentioned Cogliano. Where it's a little bit of a mystery.
He wanted to get Cogs a cup.
He's
sure,
not.
Sure, I guess.
I mean, he's not bad necessarily, but he's only
anyone that's in the NHL.
He's just a 4th. Yeah, exactly. But he's just like a 4th liner. Still,
maybe he's a really good locker room
He must
guy.
be a really good locker room presence, because it barely heard of him before, and everyone was talking about him, so I just thought I'd mention that.
So I'll mention him. Okay, so now we're going to be talking about the general manager, Joe Sakic.
Sakic was formerly a player on the Avalanche for the last Stanley Cup, but then after he retired, he slowly made his way into management, and now he's the general manager, and he's
arguably the best GM in the league. Kind of underrated that way. All these annoying Detroit fans are always,
most people think Yzerman is the best, but honestly, Sakic doesn't get enough credit.
He formed the Lightning, though.
Yes, Yzerman did, yes, but Sakic built the Avalanche the way they are.
Yeah,
he drafted Rantanen and Makar, and then he also picked up in trades. He picked up Kadri, Toews, Kemper. He picked up Josh Manson, Cogs.
Jack Johnson.
He picked up a whole bunch of players in trade, and they all worked out quite well for him. And that was one of the major reasons why the Avalanche were able to win, is because of Sakic's smart GMing.
Yeah, he's maybe even more cups in the future. Who knows?
Yes, likely.
Very good team. And yeah. Well, thanks for watching this video. We're planning to do more hockey talking content in the future, so
let us know what you thought of this video, and if you want us to make more videos like this in the future.
We didn't do all the players, just mostly the key players more, but
we didn't want to make the video
shout out to Eric Johnson, Josh Manson, Arturi Lehkonen, Bowen Byram, and anyways, those guys all did really good too, and yeah. Thanks for watching. We'll be back soon. And see you later.